Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast today. We have a wonderful broadcast for you today. Cleveland Clinic will host its annual Universal Sisters Conference on August the 14th. The co-chair, Dr. Pamela Redden, is here to talk about the conference and what attendees can expect when they go to that. Also, Cleveland Bridge Builders is celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. Program Director Hannah Belcito and CEO of Visibility Marketing Incorporated, Montre Rucker Adams, will share more about the organization and its role in training young leaders. And later in the broadcast today, Ruby Alexander and Barbara Barrett will be here to talk about the annual Multicultural Music Fest and Health Fair taking place on August the 28th. Good morning. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful broadcast as we cover a lot of wonderful events going on. This is right now Dr. Pamela Redden. Good to see you, Dr. Redden.
And you as well.
Good to have you here. Dr. Redden is the co-chair of the Universal Sisters Conference.
Yes.
Tell me about that. What is the Universal Sisters Conference?
Universal Sisters is one of my favorite things. It is a day of inspiration, a day of spirituality, and a day of wellness activities for minority women. It takes place annually. This is our 7th year.
Yeah, and you're going to be holding this where?
At the Cleveland Clinic Intercontinental Hotel. It starts very early in the morning, and there are activities that carry you throughout the day, including a delicious lunch.
Yeah, and that's August the 14th, the Saturday.
Yes.
7:30 in the morning you start and going on till in the afternoon. Yeah.
There's plenty to do.
What's the thought behind this? What happens at this Universal Sisters Conference?
This is an attempt to get together women who know a little bit about what they need to do in order to stay healthy, but need an opportunity to be reinvigorated, to recharge their batteries, to come together, to share in increasing their knowledge, and to support each other in their wellness journey.
Health plays a big piece in this,
Absolutely.
doesn't it?
It's all geared toward keeping us well.
And we should add that Dr. Redden is a medical doctor, and she's an internist at Huron Hospital, which is part of the Cleveland Clinic system.
It is.
Yeah. What kind of screenings are you going to be going through with?
We have screenings from head to toe, literally. We have screenings that have to do with headaches, mental health screenings, eye screenings, diabetes screenings, bone screenings, body mass index. So a woman can really learn a lot about where she is and where she needs to be.
And if we take care of ourselves health-wise, then a lot of other things later on down the line, they just kind of fall in place. Or that's the goal, is for them to fall in place.
That is the goal, because we know that we're taking care of our families, our communities, and we have to be well to do that.
We got a telephone number on the screen of 888-410-0904. What happens when people call that telephone number? Can they get hooked up with the Universal Sisters Conference?
Absolutely. They can make a reservation and purchase a ticket over the phone or online.
What's it cost?
It costs $30, but because we're so interested in minority women, we want to be certain that women who might not ordinarily afford it be able to come. And so we do have a limited number of scholarships, and that is something that people would be able to avail themselves of.
You've done this for some years now,
Yes.
a few years with the Universal Sisters Conference. What's been the feedback you have gotten from over the years of doing this at the Intercontinental?
It's been excellent, and many women have used this to benchmark where they are and come back a year later to let us know what progress they've made, how they've lost weight, how they feel better, how they've been able to move forward with exercise and eating better. So it's been very rewarding for us who've served as co-chairs. And I just want to mention that my other co-chairs, Dr. Mata Schlane and Dr. Linda Bradley, have been involved for 7 years as well.
I know them both. I know all three of you, and I know you do wonderful, wonderful work. Let's put that phone number on the screen if we don't already have it there. It is 888-410-0904, or you can go to clevelandclinic.org/Universal Sisters, clevelandclinic.org/Universal Sisters. Get more information on everything we've been talking about. We've got a couple of minutes to go with you, Dr. Redden. Good to have you here, too. What do you want the women to feel once they leave this conference, which you're holding August the 14th, Saturday, at the Intercontinental Hotel right there on the Cleveland Clinic campus?
I want them to feel that they can do better, that they can be better, and that they can take charge of their own health, that they are the ones who can determine how they feel. Even if they're living with illness, they can do better. And so that, I think, is the underlying goal of the whole event, that we as women can be the best that we can be and be strong and healthy in the process.
I know you open this up to all people, but you're putting a special emphasis on black women and minority women. Why that emphasis there?
Yes, that's because of the health disparities, because many of the disease processes affect us disproportionately, because we're really sort of behind the 8 ball and we need a little bit of help to get up to the starting line. And so that's the reason we're focusing on minority women.
Do you find that there's a lot more emphasis on health these days? I mean, a lot of people are talking about it who perhaps were not talking about it a few years ago.
There's no question that that's true. And I think that that's all good. But I think that it helps to see people who are just like you be able to achieve their goals, and that's an inspiration. And so we still have this need to have a focus on a particular community.
You're expecting a big crowd, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
You always have a big crowd at this event.
Yes.
Because I know you talk about a lot of different kinds of events on there. I know many people who've gone to this event. It's a wonderful, wonderful event. It's going to be Saturday, August the 14th, starts at 7:30 in the morning and goes till mid-afternoon, 4 o'clock or so. Saturday, August the 14th at the Intercontinental, and the Intercontinental is right on the Cleveland Clinic campus, right there. Its front door is on Carnegie Avenue at East 100th Street, I think, right
It's
in that
about there, yeah.
You'll see it. It's the biggest hotel. You'll see it in the area there. And $30. Now,
$30.
They need to get tickets in advance, or how would do it?
Yes, we would absolutely prefer that so that we can prepare for them. And occasionally, if for some reason they couldn't get that ticket, they probably could still get in on the day of the event.
We'll squeeze you in the door.
Absolutely, absolutely. Never turn anybody down.
Dr. Pamela Redden, who's an internist with Huron Hospital, part of the Cleveland Clinic system, is co-chair of Universal Sisters Conference. Good to see you, Pamela.
Good to see you. Thank you so much.
It is my pleasure to have you on the broadcast. Thank you.
Thank you.
Be well, my friend. Log on to newsnet5.com to see what's coming up on Kaleidoscope. Up next, Cleveland Bridge Builders celebrating a special anniversary. Back in a moment. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope. Cleveland Bridge Builders are celebrating 10 years of training young professionals, making a difference in local communities in Northeast Ohio. Program Director Hannah Belsito and CEO of Visibility Marketing Incorporated, Montre Rucker Adams, are both here to share more with us. Sitting next to me is Hannah Belsito. You're the Program Director of Bridge Builders.
I am.
Good to have you with us.
Thanks for having us.
What is Bridge Builders?
Bridge Builders is a program of the Cleveland Leadership Center. It's a leadership development and civic engagement program for young professionals. So we're training young professionals to be leaders in the community.
And they come out and go on and take a big leadership position, certainly.
They really have, and over the last 10 years we've trained 500. And
is that right?
This celebration is really about them making an impact on the community over the last 10 years.
10 years of Bridge Builders,
10
huh?
years.
Well, congratulations to everybody at the Bridge Builders program. What's your vision for the future as you how does Bridge Builders fit into Cleveland and Northeast Ohio's future?
Well, it's very important to train new leaders to be involved in the community, and so I hope to continue doing that. And we try to train leaders across sectors, diverse in age, race, gender, ethnicity, educational background, sector that they work in. So I hope to continue increasing that diversity and moving the region forward.
Okay, we're going to talk a little bit more about that.
Great.
And we've got Montre Rucker Adams with Visibility Marketing Incorporated. How are you, Montre?
Wonderful. How are you?
Oh, just fine, just fine. But you're an alum
Yes.
of Bridge Builders.
Yes.
Yeah. How did Bridge Builders affect your life?
It made me look inside myself to understand, that I had it within me to do the things that I wanted to do, the confidence, the fortitude to move forward, to lead, so to speak.
What kind of things did you learn along the way? Was it a self-confidence building kind of a thing?
That's one of them. And also team building, too, working with others, learning about other people, their leadership styles, their methods also, and the relationships that are forged through participating in Bridge Builders.
When were you in Bridge Builders?
2003. I graduated in 2003.
And things have been going well ever since now?
Yes, they have.
Your Visibility Marketing Incorporated, what do you do at Visibility?
I am the CEO. I call myself the Chief Visibility Officer. We're a marketing communications, public relations company, and we're celebrating 10 years as well.
Yeah. Had it not been for Bridge Builders, do you think you would be doing what you're doing now?
No, not to the extent that I am. Not to the extent that I am. I think that being a business owner is very difficult, and it's hard for a lot of people to make it to 10 years. But having gone through it, I understand that part of that is just continuing the perseverance to move forward. The relationships that can help you get there.
Hannah Belcito, that's what it's all about. That kind of testimony, right?
Absolutely, and Monterey is one of our best examples of success in bridge builders. We really have a twofold goal, and that's to educate you on the community, but also connect you with people you may not have otherwise met. So kind of open your world to new people that you may not have interacted with otherwise. And they certainly keep in touch. I know Monterey is still in touch with those individuals she graduated with 6 years ago.
Yeah. How do participants get into the Bridge Builders program?
There's an application process every year which begins in February. You can apply on our website at cleveleads.org. And the application process is very short. It's 4 questions that we ask you to answer about your leadership and community involvement. And we're getting ready to launch our 11th class. So individuals, I would recommend applying for our 12th class in February, and they'll get started and be a part of the class of 2012.
So if somebody who's interested in this in the greater Cleveland area, and they go on that website, which we've got on the screen there, cleveleads.org,
correct,
they can get more information. And they certainly can use the telephone as well, 592-2280.
I would recommend them to give me a call, and I'd be happy to have coffee with them and chat about the program and see if it might be a good fit.
I'm intrigued by the title Bridge Builders. Why Bridge Builders?
Well, ironically and fittingly, Bridge Builders was started 10 years ago by a group of young professionals that really wanted more access to senior level executives in the community. Hence the name Bridge Builders, kind of building a bridge between the young professionals and the senior level executives. And that's really what it's done. And now we're part of the larger Cleveland Leadership Center with programs for high school students, college students, young professionals, and senior level executives. So we work internally to kind of build those bridges.
So even if somebody's in high school right now, they can get in this program? They
can get into a program that we have called Look Up to Cleveland. So I encourage all to go on our website and look at all of our programs.
And you're looking at keeping the brains here in Greater Cleveland. We talk about the brain drain all of the time. Monterey, Rucker Adams. We want people to go through programs like this, find their gold mine here in Cleveland, and you certainly can find it, and stay here in Cleveland. Is that the idea?
Absolutely. One of the things that we do are labs, and those are help me with that.
Leadership Action Projects.
Leadership Action Projects. And we work with nonprofit organizations mostly, to work on a project for them to help them with whatever issue that they may have. So we want to stay in the community with their lab programs.
So it's all about building bridges.
It is.
Making connections, and I like the bridge connection too, because we got the east side, we got the west side. Cleveland has talked about that for a long time, but we're all one community, and if we all work together, we can save ourselves, as Monterey Rucker Adams has saved herself, and saved the community as well.
Yep.
Okay. Hannah Belcito is the program director of Cleveland Bridge Builders, and Monterey Rucker Adams, one of its alums of Bridge Builders. She's the CEO of Visibility Marketing Incorporated. Good to have you both on the broadcast.
Thanks for having us.
And we wish you another good 10 years.
Thank you.
But wouldn't it be wonderful to just keep on going?
It would.
That's the name of the goal.
That's right.
It's the name of the game. Thank you very much, ladies, for being on the broadcast. Simply log on to newsnet5.com each week to see what's coming on Kaleidoscope. Up next, we will hear about the annual Multicultural Music Fest. It's a special one, operated by the MC Chatman Center for Humanitarian Services. I'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to more Kaleidoscope. The MC Chatman Center for Humanitarian Services will host its annual Multicultural Music Fest in late August. The Assistant Director, Ruby Chatman Alexander, and the Health Fair Coordinator for the Multicultural Music Festival, Barbara Barrett, are here to talk more about the event Clevelanders can expect this year. Good to see you. Longtime friend, Ruby Chatman Alexander.
Yes.
How are you, Ruby?
I'm blessed, thank you.
And you too, Barbara. Good to have you with us as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tell me, what is the MC Chatman Center for Humanitarian Services?
It's a center that tries to provide services to the Lower Kinsman, Garden Valley area, or anybody that wants to come. We try to provide food for the community, clothing, counseling, computer training, all kinds of services that we try to provide to help the community.
I know you're the daughter of Marcellus Chatman, of whom this is named, the Reverend Marcellus Chatman, whom I knew when I was a little boy. He he's gone now. And your mother, Anna, Mama Chatman.
Yeah, she founded the MC Chatman Center because she loved the Garden Valley area, Garden Valley Kinsman area, as did my father. And she said, what can we do to make things better? You know, she didn't fuss about what was going on. She just said, we're going to make it better. And so she founded this organization.
You certainly have made it better. Barbara Barrett is Health Fair Coordinator of the Multicultural Music Fest. What's going to happen at this music festival, which you're having on Saturday, August the 28th?
Well, we decided that we would give people something else to look at the beginning as well as during the intermissions. We're going to provide some nutritional health information. That will be going on in the lobby. We have several groups coming in to assist us with that. And once again, the focus is on nutrition.
And now when you say in the lobby, now you're talking about in the lobby of the State Theater in Playhouse Square. We've got a little flyer here, which we'll get a little picture of. What's going to be happening here? What's the goal here, Barbara? What's the goal of this music festival?
Well, the music festival, of course, is for everybody to have a good time, to hear some good music, and to have a real pleasant evening. But we thought we would put in a little bit of a health focus as well, since we'll have so many people attending. It's a good time to kind of do some health ed. And despite what type of chronic illness you might have, or even if you don't have a chronic illness, nutrition is extremely important. So we decided we would look at nutrition this year as a focus. We have a little bit of exercise going on there, some information, just so that people can begin to, if they haven't already, look at healthy living options. So
we'll come and listen to some great music. Have a good time with that, and also get some good information on staying healthy. Now, that's in keeping, don't let me put words in your mouth, but that's in keeping with the goal of the MC Chatman Community Center.
Absolutely. We want to improve you physically, morally, socially, educationally. My daddy believed that if you're going to help someone, that you feed them first before you try to change them or whatever. And so what we want to do is we want to provide good nutrition for the community so the kids feel better and able to participate in the good things that we want to do for them.
Ruby, what must people do to get to this event on Saturday, August the 28th? You start at 6:30 in the evening at the State Theater in Playhouse Square, downtown Cleveland. What must people do to get tickets to go to this event?
To get tickets, they can, on the internet, look up www.multimusicfest.com, and we'd be glad to provide you with tickets. Or there's a phone number there that they can call.
We've got that phone number on the screen of 372-0867, extension number 2. You can get more information on everything we've been talking about, and there's the website down there as well. You want people, Barbara, to walk away from this event not only feeling good, but knowing a lot more about their bodies as well?
A lot more about their bodies and about options that we have for healthy eating. There will be urban gardening represented, as well as some screenings and other health information. I think I mentioned that we would have some exercise information as well. So when they leave, we aren't looking to change people's diets completely all at once overnight. We're just looking to start people's awareness up as to some healthy options.
Getting them to thinking about what I need to do to keep
even if they want to grow their own food.
Yeah, all of that. And you've got special guests at this music fest. I know you've got Hiroshima is going to be there.
Yes.
And Joe McBride and Justo Sabarit.
Yes.
They're going to be there. Keith McKelly and Icho Daiko, looks like. I think I've got the name pronounced right. But it's going to be great music. A little blues, a little jazz, a little rhythm.
A little good time. A lot of good times.
A lot of good times, huh? Well, we're going to look forward to that. that. Once again, it is Saturday, August the 28th. Doors open at 6:30 at the State Theater, which is at Playhouse Square, East 15th, 1519 Euclid Avenue. And if you telephone 372-0867, as you see at the bottom of the screen, you can get more information on everything we've been talking about. Ruby, Chatman, Alexander, good to see you, my friend.
It's good to be here.
And Barbara,
Thank
good
you
to
for
have you on the
having me.
broadcast as well. Barbara Barrett and Ruby Alexander, good to have you both on the broadcast. It's a pleasure having you both. I'll take a break. In a moment, we'll be back. MARSHA MOCKABEE of the Urban League with words and thoughts from MARSHA. Here with words of wisdom, as always, on our broadcast is your friend and mine, MARSHA MOCKABEE, CEO of the Urban League. Hey, MARSHA.
Hey, Leon. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, and you're doing well, I know.
Doing well, doing well. Listen, want to talk about today something exciting that we have coming up at the Urban League. You know that civic engagement and advocacy are really big, important issues for the Urban League. And with this upcoming Cuyahoga County transformation and transition, we really want to engage the community around really learning about how the transition is going to take place, understanding who the candidates are, and being able to really make an informed decision. So to that end, we're working together with United Pastors in Mission, the NAACP, and the Urban League together, collaborating. And on Tuesday, August the 10th, at 6:30, we're going to be at Mount Sinai Baptist Church at 7510 Woodland for a community forum. And at that forum, the Transition Advisory Group and the Procurement and Public Works Committees who are working on all of the issues for the Cuyahoga County transition are going to be making presentations and talking about all the things we need to be concerned about for this election.
So this is the work of your group, the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, the NAACP, and the Urban Pastors in Mission.
United Pastors in Mission.
United Pastors in Mission, all working together.
Collaborating together.
And this is so folks get an idea of the new county government that's coming in, the new system of government.
Absolutely.
And so we need to know how it's going to be working.
We really do. And, you know, we had a lot of excitement around the last presidential election, engagement civically unlike we've had in years. And I'm really encouraging this community to have that same level of excitement and involvement and engagement in this process, because this is very close to the citizenry of Cleveland. And these changes are going to be very important for us in job development and all kinds of issues that are going to affect our community.
So the date is Tuesday, August the 10th at 6:30 at Mount Sinai Baptist Church, which is at 7510 Woodland Avenue on the southeast side of Cleveland.
Yes.
Mount Sinai Baptist Church, 7510 Woodland Avenue. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, my friend.
And you'll have a big event on Tuesday, August the 10th.
Yes.
Say so long.
Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.